Ever wondered why we need algebra in our daily lives? Well, it's everywhere. From calculating your monthly budget to understanding the science behind climate change, algebra plays a crucial role. Algebra, a cornerstone of mathematics, is not just a subject taught in schools. It's an essential part of our day-to-day life. Picture this. You're at the supermarket, trying to get the best deal on your favorite cereal. You compare prices, quantities, and discounts, and voila! You're unknowingly using algebra to make the most economical decision. And it's not just about the money. For all the fitness enthusiasts out there, when you're calculating your body mass index or determining how many calories you need to burn to lose a certain amount of weight, you're relying on algebraic formulas. Algebra is also the backbone of the technology that we're so dependent on today. It is used in coding and programming, which are the basis for creating software, apps, and websites. Every time you perform a Google search, send a tweet, or update your Facebook status, algebra is working its magic in the background. But its importance extends beyond our personal lives. Algebra is a fundamental tool in many fields, such as physics, engineering, economics, and even medicine. It helps physicists understand the laws of the universe, engineers design and build structures, economists analyze market trends, and doctors interpret medical images. What's more, algebra is vital in tackling some of the world's most pressing issues. For instance, it's used in climate science to model and predict the effects of global warming. It allows scientists to understand complex relationships and make predictions about the future. So you see, algebra is not just a set of abstract concepts and symbols. It's a powerful tool that helps us navigate the world around us, solve problems, and make informed decisions. It's in the technology we use, the science that drives our understanding of the universe, and even the simple tasks we perform every day. Without algebra, our understanding of the world would be significantly limited. Now, let's travel back in time to meet the man who is largely credited for the birth of algebra, the Persian mathematician, Abu Abdullah Muhammad ibn Musa Al-Khwarizmi. Born around the year 780 in the region of Khwarizm, now known as Khiva in modern-day Uzbekistan, Al-Khwarizmi was more than just a mathematician. He was also a skilled astronomer, astrologer, geographer, and writer. Despite the breadth of his expertise, it's his work in mathematics that has left an indelible mark on the world. Al-Khwarizmi moved to Baghdad, the intellectual hub of the Islamic Golden Age, where he was a scholar at the House of Wisdom. This was a center of learning that housed the greatest minds of the time, and it's here that Al-Khwarizmi penned his seminal work, the Book of Restoration and Balancing. In this book, Al-Khwarizmi presented systematic solutions to linear and quadratic equations. His work was so groundbreaking that he is often referred to as the founder of algebra, a title he shares with the Greek mathematician Diophantus. But his contributions didn't stop there. Al-Khwarizmi also introduced decimal positional notation to the Western world through his work on Indian numerals. He revised Ptolemy's geography and wrote extensively on astronomy and astrology, further showcasing his wide-ranging intellect and curiosity. His work has had such a profound impact that it has shaped the very language we use today. The term algebra is derived from al-jabr, one of the operations Al-Khwarizmi used to solve quadratic equations. The words cipher and algorithm have their roots in algorithmi, the Latinized form of his name. Despite the confusion surrounding his full name and the details of his life, one thing is clear. Al-Khwarizmi's contributions to mathematics and the world of knowledge are monumental. His work laid the foundation for many of the mathematical concepts we take for granted today. Though little is known about his life, Al-Khwarizmi's legacy in mathematics is undeniable. The foundations of algebra as we know it today were laid by Al-Khwarizmi in his book, The Book of Restoration and Balancing. This book, a beacon of knowledge, was a groundbreaking work that presented systematic solutions to linear and quadratic equations. Al-Khwarizmi's approach was novel, practical, and revolutionary. He didn't just deal with abstract concepts and hypothetical situations. Instead, he tackled real-world problems, with practical applications in areas like trade, inheritance, and land measurement. His methods involved breaking down complex mathematical problems into simpler parts, a process we now recognize as the essence of algebra. He introduced two fundamental operations, al-jabr, or restoration, and al-muqabala, or balancing. These operations were used to simplify and solve equations, and they are the very heart of algebraic manipulations. In the Book of Restoration and Balancing, Al-Khwarizmi demonstrated how to solve linear and quadratic equations using these operations. For instance, he showed how to solve a quadratic equation by completing the square, a method still taught in classrooms worldwide. Al-Khwarizmi shares the credit for founding algebra with the Greek mathematician Diophantus. However, while Diophantus is known for his work on indeterminate equations and number theory, it was Al-Khwarizmi who truly brought algebra into its own as a separate branch of mathematics. His systematic approach to solving equations, his clear explanations, and his practical examples made algebra accessible to a wider audience. His work was translated into Latin in the 12th century and spread throughout the Western world, where it laid the foundations for further mathematical developments. The impact of Al-Khwarizmi's work extends far beyond his time. His methods are still used today in classrooms and research labs alike. His approach to problem solving, his emphasis on practical applications, and his innovative techniques have left a lasting legacy in the world of mathematics. Through his work, Al-Khwarizmi not only solved mathematical problems of his time but also set the stage for future mathematical advancements. Al-Khwarizmi's influence wasn't limited to his time. His work continues to impact our world today, centuries after his death. One can't talk about Al-Khwarizmi without mentioning the profound influence he had on the language of mathematics. The term algebra itself is derived from the Arabic word al-jabr, which is part of the title of his groundbreaking book, The Book of Restoration and Balancing. This book laid the foundation for algebraic equations, a cornerstone of modern mathematics. But his influence extends beyond algebra. The words cipher and algorithm trace their roots back to his name. Cipher, which we use today to refer to a code or a number, comes from the Arabic word cipher, meaning empty or zero. This was introduced to the Western world through Latin translations of Al-Khwarizmi's work on Indian numerals. Algorithm, on the other hand, is derived from the Latinized form of his name, algorithmi. This term has become integral to our digital age, underpinning everything from search engine functions to artificial intelligence. His influence also reached the realms of geography, astronomy, and astrology. He revised Ptolemy's geography, creating a more accurate representation of the world. His writings on astronomy and astrology were extensive, contributing greatly to the knowledge pool of these sciences during his time. Al-Khwarizmi's name even traveled through languages, morphing and adapting to different cultures. In the Spanish language, his name gave rise to the term Khwarizmo, and in Portuguese, algoritmo. The French took this and created logarithm, which has evolved into the English logarithm. These contributions, these words, and the concepts they represent are everyday realities in our modern world. From the math problems solved by students worldwide, to the sophisticated computations driving our technology, to our understanding of the cosmos, Al-Khwarizmi's influence is omnipresent. The fingerprints of Al-Khwarizmi's genius can be found in many aspects of modern life. His legacy is a testament to the power of curiosity, the pursuit of knowledge, and the enduring impact of an innovative mind. As we've seen, Al-Khwarizmi's legacy is monumental. His contributions to mathematics and beyond have shaped the world we know today. But let's take a moment to recap this incredible journey. Born in Khwarizm, now modern-day Uzbekistan, around the year 780, Al-Khwarizmi was a scholar at the House of Wisdom in Baghdad. His intellect and curiosity led him to develop the first systematic solutions to linear and quadratic equations, laying the groundwork for modern algebra. His book, The Book of Restoration and Balancing, not only brought algebra to the world, but also introduced the concept of zero and the decimal system to the Western world. This was a game changer, revolutionizing the way we perform calculations and understand the very fabric of mathematics. But his influence didn't stop there. Al-Khwarizmi also made significant contributions to astronomy, geography, and astrology. He revised Ptolemy's geography, wrote extensively on astronomy and astrology, and his work continues to be referenced by scholars and enthusiasts alike. The profound impact of Al-Khwarizmi's work can also be seen in our language. The term algebra comes from al-jabr, one of the two operations he used to solve quadratic equations. The roots of the words cipher and algorithm stem from algorithmi, the Latinized form of his name. In fact, words like algoritmo in Portuguese, Khwarizmo in Spanish, and logarithmy in French all have their origins tied to this brilliant mathematician. Al-Khwarizmi's legacy is not just about the numbers and equations, but about a way of thinking, a method of problem-solving that has, in many ways, defined the modern world. His work set the stage for countless innovations in the fields of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So the next time you find yourself solving an algebraic equation or using an algorithm, remember Al-Khwarizmi, the man whose work continues to shape our world.